Hey, my friends. Something I wanted to discuss with you today. I had a comment on one of my videos the other day that was a little bit cynical, and it was worded in a way that asks if God's love is real, he should stop worrying about me and go to a children's hospital instead. So I thought about it and came to the conclusion that I may need to discuss this with you. Now, it's an honest thought, and I've heard it a number of times. And honestly, it comes from a place of deep hurt. We look around, we see innocent children suffering, and we wonder to ourselves, where is God? If he's so loving, why doesn't he show up there in those hospitals? But my friends, let me tell you something that some people cannot see or understand because of the place of hurt they are in at that time or have been in the past. Now, these thoughts often stem from personal tragedy or circumstances of someone close to them, and I really do feel where they're coming from. But I must also stress to them that God's love is not absent in those places. Not at all. His love is very much present, though not always in the way we see or the way we expect it to be. Now, to realize this, we need to think about it this way, that God's love moves through people. And that's the most important thing. God's love emanates from us Christians, in our hearts. Now, the Bible says in 1 John 4 verse 12, and I always read from the KJV, no man hath seen God at any time. If we love one another, God dwelleth in us, and his love is perfected in us. You see, God's love shows up through us, people with faith-filled hearts, through a nurse who holds that child's hand, through a parent praying by the hospital bed, or through a stranger that donating blood or money or time. God does not sit far off, doing his own thing or ignoring the world's pain. He works through people whose hearts are moved by his Spirit. Now, when we see injustice being done or people in pain, we all cry out for justice and mercy. So when those people ask me, why doesn't God go to a children's hospital? They are actually crying out for justice, for love, for mercy. And for that, I can truly understand. That cry is proof that deep down we know good and evil exists. And we long for a world where love wins and suffering ends. And guess what? That longing feeling points us back to Jesus Christ. Now, the Bible tells us in Hebrews 4 verse 15, for we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities. Now, Jesus understands your pain, my pain. He doesn't ignore it. He entered into it. He came to suffer with us and for us. At that cross, he showed us what love looks like in the middle of this broken world. Just think about this. God hasn't forgotten anyone, including you. So when someone says God should stop worrying about me, they don't realize that he's never stopped caring. Not about them, not about the children, not about any of us. In fact, Jesus tells us in Luke 5 verse 31, they that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. God seeks out the broken, the doubting, the hurting. That's where his love shines the absolute brightest. So what do we do with all of this that I've just spoken about? I'll tell you my opinion, and that's all it is, my opinion of how I see it, at what I think about it. As Christians, you and I, we shouldn't ignore the pain of the world. We don't ignore the pain of the world. In fact, even when we're asked in great times of stress, we can't offer any easy answers for those who are suffering, because it is not in our authority to have all of those answers. Sometimes we just have to say, I don't know, leave it up to God. But know this, we do trust that God is present in those times, and we make ourselves available for him to work through us. Let God's love move through you. Visit, give, pray, comfort, and serve. Because when people see your compassion, they might just see a little glimpse of God shining through you. And to the one who feels far from God or angry with him, like that person who commented to me, he's still loving you. He hasn't forgotten the children, and he hasn't forgotten you. God bless you, my friends. I hope that helps you understand about pain and suffering and things like that in this world. But please understand that God is always present. There's different reasons. He has different reasons for different things. It's not ours to know why. God bless you. And remember, I love you all, but God, will always love you so much more.